Today's episode is sponsored by Giving Thanks, Julie. Julie, we should give thanks. I'm going to give you the floor to thank me for whatever you would like to thank me for. JK, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Welcome to You, Me, and
I could
Cheesemate.
I could
Hold on.
thank you.
You're not welcome to You, Me, and Cheesemate, your number one source for Cheesemate on the internet. Thanksgiving is next week.
hmm
So I just want to get us in the spirit of thankfulness.
mm hmm hmm
Um, and so, wow, yay! Turkey, mashed potatoes.
Turkey, mashed potatoes. Exciting stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Um, okay, yeah, the holidays are here. The holidays are upon us.
The holidays are upon us. Yeah. You excited?
The holidays can be a little rough sometimes.
Yeah, agreed.
It can be a little rough, but I'm excited not to have to work. Um, I'm taking the whole week of Thanksgiving off.
Ooh.
Mhm. And I'll have a little bit over 2 weeks off for the Christmas, winter, New Year's break. Yeah.
I love to see. Are you doing anything fun? Or just
Um,
sleeping? Also
Sleeping.
okay.
Well, I do plan to sleep. But I actually was talking to my therapist about this the other day, and I always go back and forth about, do I do something? Do I not do something? And then I
hmm
usually end up not doing something because I typically don't want to spend the money.
mm
Um, and then my therapist chastised me and he said, "Why? Like, just
Yeah.
go do something." Because then I regret not doing things, and I'm like,
Right.
I didn't do anything. So my intention, I'm setting
Okay.
intentions. My intention is to do something productive with my time, relaxing, fun, invigorating. Um, and so TBD on what that is,
I'm excited for you.
but yeah,
You
not
should,
anything
is this
lavish.
a solo something? Are you looking to do it with other human beings?
Probably a mixture of both. I'll probably do things on my own and probably,
Mm.
yeah, I don't know.
You
I don't
should get
know.
a cabin in Big Bear.
See if, but for how long?
A weekend.
But what do I do in Big Bear?
You're with your friends. You play games, you drink, you have a good time. You go to the shops, you go to a restaurant, bring someone that cooks. They can cook a cute little meal.
I I don't like to play board games.
It doesn't have to be board games.
No, I know. That's
I know
is it.
three sex games that you could play. I'm just kidding. No,
Not playing sex games. No, no, no.
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna find something to do. I'm gonna figure something
You
out.
could watch Real Housewives, your favorite episodes together.
That's very sweet. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I do want to mention that our YouTube numbers are growing, and I just want you to know that the people on YouTube will absolutely
Yeah.
see that massive eye roll and
Do you
face of disgust
think
that you gave me.
do you think that's why our numbers are growing?
Oh, so now you want to take the credit for it.
I'm just asking questions. I don't have the answers to them. I'm
How
just
about those
asking.
of you who are watching on YouTube? Tell us, why are you watching on YouTube?
And if it's not because of me, don't tell us. Don't. Keep it to yourself.
You can find us on YouTube at Yumi and Cheeseman. Just type in Yumi and Cheeseman, we'll pop up. Watch any of our many episodes that are on there.
We're on
It
there.
is basically the same episode that you listen to, but visually.
Visually, and that matters.
And I will say sometimes I keep things in there that I edit out of the of the
Amazing.
of the podcast
Uh-huh.
audio.
Uh-huh.
Small little things. So not anything crazy, but
And for those of you that haven't perused over there, I want to go on record and say that I'm not the only one that has facial expressions. I just don't call Adrian out on his, but
you should.
he also has facial expressions. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. No, thank you, Julie. And that is the spirit of today. Thankfulness.
Thankfulness.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll do something. I'll report back what happens. I do want to go
Lovely.
watch the Wicked movie. So, because I'm a big
I
fan of
am
Ariana Grande.
okay. Well, that makes one of us, but I am ready for the I'm ready for that
Okay.
movie.
Are
Yeah.
you sure?
I am. I'm looking forward to the movie.
Okay. I believe
Yeah.
you.
I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the movie because that means the press tour is over.
Uh-huh. If you come back and you're like, I could not sit through that movie because I
I don't
just
think
couldn't believe.
so.
Okay.
You know what? What I'll say about Ariana Grande, because I can put together two or three words that are positive about her, is that
Oh,
I think she's a theater girl at heart. And I think this movie deserved actresses that were in love with the stage play. And I think that's what I got. So I think it'll be good.
I haven't heard anything bad about the movie yet.
I have, but that's
Okay.
not the
Don't
point.
tell me.
I'm gonna
I don't
go
want to
in
hear
there.
anything. I'm not
No,
listening.
I'm gonna
Uh,
go and I'm gonna love it.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I hope you get a Diet Coke too.
Thank you.
Did I already say welcome to you, me and Chisme?
I
I don't know.
know I should be paying attention, but you know.
Well, I'm gonna do it again. Welcome to you, me and Chisme, your number one source for Chisme on the internet. Adrian and Julie here. Julie. Yeah. Okay. I had this thought the other day in the shower.
Oh, tell me more.
Um,
Paint me a
I
picture.
well, I was wet.
Oh,
Soap suds running down my body.
wow. Okay. What a visual. Thank you.
Um, and what else? See, now you made me lose my thought.
I'm sorry.
Now I pictured myself in the shower.
I'm sorry. You had a thought in the shower.
I had a thought in the shower. And my thought was that I
Mm.
could have changed the world with music if
Mm.
someone would have taken the time to put
Mhm.
me into some kind of musical something. And I'm talking about like learning an instrument.
Sure.
I think I could have been on tour with some B-list alt band right now, touring.
And you think being on tour with a B-list musician
Yeah,
was going
because
to
it would
have you
have
change?
because when I got to my 40s, it would have led me to something. I'm not My life isn't over yet, Julie.
No, I never said it was.
You're already trying to write me off. You're trying to write the last chapter of the book. We're not there yet. Okay?
Oh,
No.
no, we're
No.
not. We're not. No, you're
Mm-mm.
absolutely right.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
um anyways,
Okay, but what triggered that thought, though? I'm not saying that it would 100%
that's a great
happen.
question.
Thank you.
I think I have untapped ability to have musical talent, and I never
Okay.
learned how to play an instrument. Now, before you say it's never too late, I
I was
agree.
about to.
I
Okay.
agree. I totally agree. And who knows? I might, but not right now. But I think I could have, really I think I could have really learned how to do music really well,
Uh-huh.
and um and I think I could have done it. Yeah.
And if you were to pick up an instrument, what instrument would you pick up right now?
See, now I don't know if I
Mm,
care enough.
okay.
But the top choices would have been the drums, although I would not do the drums now.
Same.
I wouldn't do the drums now.
I'd still
Mm.
do it.
Um, I'd really like to do the piano,
Okay.
but I'd want to do it all. I'd want to know how to play a little bit of everything, but probably
Sure.
really good at the piano. Yeah.
Mm, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Well, now your friends and family know what to get you for Christmas. Some piano
Do
lessons. Get him
not
some
get
piano
me.
lessons. It's
No,
never too late, and he is
no.
at his prime.
Don't get me piano lessons,
Someone get him piano
please.
lessons
Please don't.
immediately
You
for
know what
the
I want
bit.
for Christmas?
Tell me.
Cash, gift cards, money, currency, wealth,
Okay.
power. Okay.
Yeah.
Status.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you deserve it.
Thank you.
Yeah, you deserve that.
I think I'm too pretty not to have it.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. Anyways, I have try I'm gonna say this out loud so that I'm held accountable.
Okay.
There's a draft in my TikToks that
Okay.
I'm trying to make
Mm-hmm.
because I went on election day. I
Okay.
took the LA Metro
Okay.
to Sephora,
Mm.
and I live by an LA Metro station now, very close. And so I've always romanticized um public transportation, particularly the train.
Okay.
And I'm like, how great would it be to be able to get around this city in the train? I think
Yeah.
that would be amazing. And so I want to use it as much as possible for many reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Many, I think cars are dangerous. I think they're ugly. I think they're unsustainable. I think they're dangerous. I think they're dangerous. And I think they're dangerous. Anyways, so I recorded some of my ride to Sephora and I want to turn it into a TikTok about why I want to use more public transportation.
I
Um,
love this.
and so it just sits in my drafts though, because by the time I get home, I'm too tired to really try to focus on that.
I get that.
Anyways, yeah, you're strong. You're strong. And so I'm just saying it out loud so that you'll hold me accountable.
Okay, I shall.
And that's all I have to say for the rest of the episode. Julie, Julie,
Oh,
how are you?
I am good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm doing good.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I
Okay.
I
Good.
have a story to tell.
Okay. Go ahead. Is this a sad story?
Let's find out together.
Okay. Is this something that
Hmm.
we've talked about in the past?
No,
No. Okay. Does
this
this
is
involve other
breaking
people?
news
This is
story.
breaking news. Okay.
Yes, this does involve other people.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready. Should I take
I've been
notes?
I've been
I'm so
holding
excited.
on. You're so funny. I've been holding on to the first part of this story for about a year and a half
Oh
because
my
I was
God.
like, if I ever run out of content, I know what I'm talking about. And so this is about to blow everyone's mind, but not so much so because I've talked about squirting on here. So,
Okay.
let's all level our expectations.
Yeah.
Um, s- okay, let's
Okay.
start at the beginning.
Okay.
Okay. No, let's start at the middle.
Okay.
So last week, or like 2 weeks ago, my friend was like, why don't I try setting you up? And I
Oh.
was like, that sounds horrible. Okay. And so she's like, I know this guy. I've seen him around
Uh,
when we go out with her friends or whatever. And she's like, you know this guy? And I'm like, I do. She's like, I talked to him about you because you guys are both single and he's interested. And I was
oh.
like, all right, okay, let's do it. First, I was like, absolutely not. That feels like a lot. Now it's a group like if it doesn't work out, he's a part of the group. And so now we're there and uh-huh.
Am I allowed to ask questions in the middle, or should I wait?
Sure.
Okay. You weren't interested in getting set up by your friend?
I was nervous about getting set up by a friend.
Okay. Okay. And
Not because
you wouldn't go like to meet this person on your own? Like you're not interested in that?
like if he would have come up to me to be like,
No, no, like if there had been like a situation, a date set up, like you'd prefer it to be a group situation or
N no, I think that the fact that he was just a known human to people,
uh,
then it's like, well, my mind always goes to if it doesn't go right, if something bad happens, then now we're all in this group together. And so,
that's not your problem. But yes.
right, we'll wait for the rest of the story and let's see if we
Okay.
all agree with that.
Okay. Okay.
So I say yes. We go on this date. Let's back up. Again, he's a part of this group. In said group, not being set up, I've already gone on a date with another guy in the same group,
Oh.
like 2 years ago. I went
Okay.
on a couple of dates with him, and then we both decided it just wasn't going to work out because we were looking for very different things.
Okay.
When we dated, I'm going to tell a story now.
Okay.
When we dated,
Oh my God.
you know how sometimes you're like, you only live once.
Okay. Yeah.
You only live once, and then you got to do it for the
Uh-huh.
plot.
Uh-huh.
So one of the times I was over at his house and a friend came over. One of his guy friends came over and it was the three of us and we were all hanging out and whatever, whatever. Okay. They suggested something and I agreed to it. I was not coerced. I was not bullied into it. They were like, "What? Wouldn't it be fun if we?" And I was like, "Yeah,
I just want to make sure I'm on the same page as you. You're at this
yeah,
man's house,
yeah,
just the two of you, and then somebody else joins, and it's just the three of you.
uh-huh,
It's two men and you.
yes."
And okay, and they
And I
suggest something.
said, "My wildest dreams." No, and then they basically what happened was what we initially discussed was that oh my God. Oh my God. It was that the other guy would watch us. That was the initial discussion,
Uh-huh.
which is what happened.
Uh-huh.
He watched and somehow there's two dicks in my mouth. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. It happened. It happened. And then they both and I was we were all the three that we I was there and they were there together.
Okay, wait, hold on. How do they know each other?
They're friends.
Okay.
A stranger came over to his house. Yeah, no, they're friends. They're like they've been friends for like ever.
Okay. Okay.
And so that happened. And so anyway, afterwards, then there was like this discussion of like, is this now something we're doing? That's why we chose to go our separate ways because he kind of wanted to keep doing stuff like that. And I was like, actually, I'm brave once in my life, and that's that I used it already. I used my one time. I don't think I can do it again.
Did they touch each other?
No, that was the unfortunate part.
Mm.
Yeah, I know. Fucking lame. I was like, what
Uh-huh.
are you scared of
Uh-huh.
what? You guys are standing right next to each other.
But their dicks must have touched each
I
other.
was just gonna say, are your dicks not touching inside my mouth? It feels like they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, to be clear, my mouth can only open so far. So when I say two dicks were in my mouth, we're
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
kind with the wording
I
of
think
it.
we yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Um, so that happened. We
Okay.
chose, and this was a private moment between three people.
Well, not so private
Three.
anymore.
Okay, well, not anymore. So then which brings me to a later point, but give so
Okay.
that happened. We chose not to. It ended amicably. I was like, I love that for you. I can't do it. I'm only brave once. And so we went our separate ways. Part of the group, let's remember. I go on this date with this guy. It's going great. Okay. It's going really good. He's funny. He's listening. He seems attentive to what I'm saying. Things are going good. Um, I'm feeling like I let my guard down. We're we're in a booth. We're in a booth across from each other at some point. Then we're in a booth right next to each other. I'm cornered and then we're talking, whatever. He kisses me.
Okay.
Lips still touching. He says something to the effect of, I've been telling my friend about you, and he can't wait to fuck you.
Wait, the man that's making out with you?
The man whose tongue was in my throat that I just met, then I was like, what? And I think I laughed because I was like, you've is this a like I don't get the joke. And I was like, what? And then he's like, my friend. I was telling my friend about you. And I was like, and he wants to what? And he's like, he wants to fuck you. And I was like, he's like, I was talking to so and so. And as soon as he said it, I was like, oh my God, this is the worst thing that's ever happened to me in my life. Now it's funny because I have some space from it. And then obviously I'm pissed and I'm screaming. He's so confused. There's never been more confusion on his face. I don't know what he thought, that I'd feel proud of myself. I don't know. But he's like, I don't understand why you're so riled up. I'm like, I don't understand why you don't understand. I'm like, I'm so offended right now. And he's like, I don't know why you're offended. Um, so we go back and forth, and I was like, I'm feeling, because he's like right there, and he still had his hands on me, and I'm like, okay, first of all, stop touching me, get away, like get out the booth so I can leave. And then he's like, oh, you're trying to leave? I'm like, did you think like is my body language not? So anyway, I go outside. I think I hit him. Well, because he wouldn't leave me alone. And I was like, I gotta go home. And like and he's like, you're really upset right now. I'm like, yeah, dude, are you not understanding? And then I end up leaving. I hit him, I think. Not hard. Not hard, but I do hit
Where?
him. I think on his arm,
Okay. Yeah.
but enough that he like was like, "Oh my God, you're hitting me." And I was like, I mean, get away from me. Like he was in my, and I'm like, I'm so distraught right now. And then I go and I call the guy, the first guy, and he's mortified. And he's like, that was a conversation that was had, a few months ago or whatever. He's like, I didn't know he was going to go out with you. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, the going out part just happened. It's just, he's like, he fucking said that on the first date. I'm like, you said that at all. Why would you? He's like, well, I never thought I'd see you again. So I thought, I'm like, but I'm friends with this girl. It was this whole thing. Next day, next day, I think, or like a couple days later, the guy's like, first he has a friend call me, another guy call me from the group, or like message me or whatever, and tell me that no one really no one, he used no one. And I'm like, okay, so now people are discussing this event, but he's like, no one really understands why you're acting like this. When I've heard your podcast and you talk more openly. And I'm like, I don't understand how people aren't understanding that me discussing my business would be different than other people sharing my business. It's not like I get on here and I'm like, hey, Joe Schmo down the street, his dick is weird. You know what I mean? Or I
Maybe
don't
we
know.
should.
So anyway, he's like, yeah, I've listened to your podcast and blah, blah. He's like, I don't know why you're angry. And I'm like, I recommend whoever is having these conversations to stop contacting me, because I will make up the worst lie I can think of and I will spread it like wildfire. So then everyone got their panties in a bunch because I said I was going to start some lies. So then the guy calls me directly, and he asked to see me. So I saw him the other day. Apologize. I don't know who he talked to. He got it. It clicked for him why I was offended. He's like, I thought you were, first he was like, I thought you were like a sexually liberated woman. I'm like, okay. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. Like, sure. That doesn't mean I want people discussing things that I've done without me. Like, if we're in a group and I'm like, hey, guess what I've done? Different than whether when someone's like, hey, guess what Julie let me do? How do people not understand how that's different? Am I tripping?
No,
Is that
not
not
at all.
different?
No, I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
So anyway, he apologized. It felt sincere, but part of me was like, "Are you apologizing because I threatened to lie about, like, to spread some shit about you?" Or are you apologizing because you actually feel bad? It felt sincere to me. Very apologetic. He's like, what can I do to make this better? And I'm like, well, nothing. Because now not only do I know this guy talked to you and other people, by the way, there was like a group of men that were all talking about their endeavors. And and I was like, and first of all, and then I called the first guy and I was like, if you're sharing stories, why do you have to say names? Could you not just be like this one girl I dated? Like why anyway. So then yeah, he's super apologetic. He's like, "What can I do?" And I was talking to someone else about it and another man, and the man was like, he seems apologetic. He seems genuine in his apology. Oh, because then he wanted to like try again. Like, can we try going on like another date? I'll be better. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Um, Completely inappropriate for me to talk like that on a first date. Um, so let's go on another date. And I didn't say, I was like, I don't even know, like, I don't know what to say. And so I can't say yes or no, or maybe I can't say anything. So I haven't told him anything. But anyway, I talked to another guy friend about it, and he was like, you should give him a second chance. How do we feel about that, Adrian?
Okay.
Hold on. Give me your surprise face one more time. I'm gonna send it to him. Give it to me one more time. So be surprised. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
um who are these people?
Yeah. Mind you, both men, both men, both men,
no, yeah.
40 years old.
Where do have we talked about these? Who is this
No.
group of friends?
It's like it's not from high school, but it's a group of friends from high school friends.
Okay. Uh, 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 um
Give it
well,
to me.
yeah. Well, here's my very initial thoughts here.
Uh-huh.
Just because a woman a woman is talking about her own sexual liberation on her
Hmm.
own podcast does
Yeah.
not give you the agency or the right to talk about something that she has never talked about here
Yeah.
to other people.
Yeah.
And just because your homie told you that they did something with someone definitely does not give you the right or the pass to bring it up to them and to assume that they want to do the same thing with you. I would not go out with this man again.
Okay.
I think, I just think it was exceptionally disrespectful.
Yeah.
I think that, um, I think that if he wanted to have a conversation about sex and if he wanted to know if you were down to do certain things, then he could have just asked you and had a real honest conversation like a real fucking man instead of trying to bring it up while you're making out, thinking that you're going to be thinking that that was a panty dropper. Because let
Yeah.
me tell you something.
Tell me.
Don't tell me what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially don't tell me what plans you and your little friends have for me. Okay? And I hope they're
Yeah.
listening. I think, I just think that is so weird. And
Isn't that
it's
wild?
disgusting, honestly, as far as I'm concerned.
You should
Um,
have seen the confidence with which he delivered the line. I was like in shock for the first 10 seconds. Like, am I listen? Did I hear it right? And when he told me the other guy's name, I was like, that, oh, this is happening to me.
how long have you known this person that you went out on this date with?
Like 2 year, 2.5 years or something.
Um, I don't know. It just is giving me like to me it's very clear what he wanted. And that's the only
Okay,
reason why he was
what
going on the date.
that's what I think too. Okay, so yesterday he called to let me know that before this chaos, we were talking, and I had mentioned the penguin, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'll check it out." Anyway, he called to let me know that he was watching the penguin and what his thoughts were on it, because on the date I had mentioned that I really enjoy when I recommend something and someone will watch it. That's like my love language or whatever. And so now he's trying to be thoughtful, but I'm like, but I know what you're thinking. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
of
It's like
course.
it's falling, it's not landing because I know what your thoughts are. And if I were, I feel like if I were to give him a second chance, all I would be thinking of is he's just waiting to ask me now to go
Right.
do the,
Right.
and I couldn't get it out. I would have, I don't know if I'd be able to ignore that.
Right. Just because I talk about getting my ass ate doesn't mean that I want you to eat my ass,
Right.
you know?
Right.
No. No. I don't think so. In my humble opinion, I don't think so.
And you know what's crazy is like if men just realized that taking it slow, being mature, and leading with honesty would get you more often than not exactly what you want. Could you like your minds would be blown if you
Mm,
realize that? Because like
they don't have the capacity.
I'm not saying that I have it in me. I'm not, my mom did birth a warrior, but I'm not saying that I have it in me to do it again because I'm older now, but I don't, it
But
just, it's
could
like if you
you
could talk about it,
but could you imagine that if you were in love with someone
100%. Yeah.
and you wanted to have fun with that person?
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. Why not? How
Right.
magical.
Right.
But no. And also to the man who's talking, to the first man,
Yeah. Yeah.
I would suggest that you keep your mouth shut
Yeah.
about things that
Yeah.
you don't want people to know,
Yeah.
unless you know that it is an ironclad box that you're in.
Yeah.
I tell people the worst things to only the people I know
Yeah.
are not Yeah. going to say something.
Okay, I do tell them to everyone, but here's the thing. There is a one, I don't get on here and say names. First of all, second of all, there has to be some power in being able to tell your own stories about what you've done for science. I'm trying to help you guys out. Okay. It's for science. I mean, no, that's the thing that I don't care. Because later when we were talking about it, he was like, I didn't think you would care if people know. I'm like, I don't care if people know. I care if people know from other sources than myself. It's not, I'm not embarrassed by it. I'm a little embarrassed by it, but I'm not embarrassed by it, but it's a
You
little
shouldn't
like,
be
oh,
embarrassed by it, by the way. You should
okay,
not be
okay,
embarrassed by it at all.
okay.
At
I'm
all.
not. Um, it's a little, I mean, it's the craziest thing that I've done. I mean, threesome be damned. This was definitely crazier, and it definitely felt like n nervy. Was two
Of
men.
of course it
N-
did.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course. But like, yeah, you did it. Good for you. And if you want to do it again, good for you. It,
right.
but I still don't think I don't know. I think that that is such an excuse of like, oh, I didn't think that or I didn't think that you would mind people knowing. Um, okay, it was one time.
Yeah,
It was one time.
right.
And like it happened, okay. If it I don't I just don't I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it at
Yeah.
all.
Okay.
What's their name?
I feel I feel better now
Send me
because
pictures.
I don't like it either. I don't think I like it either. I don't think I like
Yeah.
it.
No, I don't I don't like it. I think if you had come on the pod and told that story after it had happened,
Yeah. And
okay.
he listens to it. Now he's
Yeah.
aware of fine.
Okay. Yeah.
Fine.
Hey, did you hear what Julie had to say about the story? Guess what? That was me that she was talking about. Okay, now
Yeah.
you've revealed your own story. But you're
Yeah.
going around and you're telling people about an experience that you had with someone willy-nilly, by the way. You're just telling it to clearly anybody. Um and now they're using that story to also I just
Isn't that
that's
crazy?
I think that is crazy. I think that's crazy. I think that is very crazy. I don't,
Yeah.
am I? Yeah, I think it's crazy.
And once again, if men just realize that if you nice and slow, you ease into it, at some point you kind of bring it up. Hey, I've always wanted to. You cop the reaction. Maybe I share my story willingly. Maybe I don't. Maybe I agree, maybe I don't. But that's a conversation that can be had with two grown, consenting adults that can have a conversation about what they're willing to do intimately.
Because you know what it's giving for me?
Mm,
And I mean this with all respect.
tell me.
And this is a judgment on them, but it's giving me they're treating it like a pass around. Like
Okay, that's how I felt.
and that to me is the worst part. That's the disgusting part about this. Like it's like, oh yeah, we're talking about the girls that we hook up with, blah blah blah. You should try to go see if she'll do it with you. Bro, if you want to hook up with your buddy, like just say that. You know,
Yeah.
if you're like if you're trying to find a girl that's gonna be
Yeah.
down to hook up with you and your friend because you want to see your buddy's dick, just say that. Okay. Or just tell your
Yeah.
buddy, because guess what? He probably wants to see it too. So, like, how about the two of you just go fuck and let me watch? How about that?
And y'all end up being fucking boring as hell too. Nobody sucking dick but me. I want
Right.
everybody sucking dick.
Right. Right.
I mean, that's boring. Let me tell you something. As exciting as that first time was, I left with blue balls. I was like, no one's gonna suck a dick but me. My jaw hurts. My jaw's gonna hurt. That's
Right.
wild. That's
Right.
wild.
Right.
Somebody suck a dick right now.
Right.
That's so crazy. Um, okay, I'm glad that you said that because that when he first said it to me, that's what I felt like. I was like, you're trying to pass me around to your friends? Like before he told me where this was coming from, I was like, this fucker is trying to pass me around to his friends. And I was like, and I, my mind was going like 100 miles an hour, and I'm like, what the fuck about me is letting people think that they can pass me around to their friends?
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then when he said it, I was like, this could be worse actually than him just having a random ass thought about me. This is actually worse. Now people are talking. Y'all talked about this initial group talked about it. Then this bitch got his feelings hurt. Went to go talk to his other guy friends about it to try to get somebody on his side to agree with him. And and then the guy was like, I talked to my sister and she said so now now everyone knows that Julie like two guys kinda. Like what is going on? What is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it. And the grown men, this is what I'm saying when I say like as I get older and date, it's like I'm staying the same age. I'm dating the same maturity level. I'm dating the same kind of guys. I'm very glad, relieved to have spoken with you about this because it's not that my other friend was wrong, right? Because I think well, one, the story was being told over text, and I think that's different, right? And I think you get me probably a little bit better. I mean, no, it's just like our friendship is different. And he's a heterosexual man. So his point of view on stuff is just already a certain way. So nothing against like right. Everyone has their perception of things. I get it. And I'm not even saying that he's necessarily wrong. It's just the way that I felt was more aligned to what you're saying. Like did feel offended and I did feel like these fuckers are passing me around like a joint. I'm like, I
Yeah.
can't believe this.
Yeah, I mean, he could be sincerely apologetic, great, but the damage has already been done. The act has already, I mean, it's the intention in which you came at me with that is disrespectful,
Right.
I think.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my girlfriends and I was like, and she was like, if I was you and I were to give him a second chance, I would keep thinking, you know that French lady? There was this lady. There was this big case that just happened. This French lady who just discovered that for decades her husband has been drugging her and having men come over and fuck her.
I did hear about that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So my friend was like, I just keep thinking, well, now he'll just be careful about it, about how he introduces it to you. Like, I don't know how you would get rid of that thought now that you know that he wants to do that.
Right.
Not to say, it's different if he knows me and he's introducing this topic to me. But
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're just a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know me. You don't
Mm-hmm.
know my life. Well, it wasn't like, hey, should we get STD checked together, ensure that we're both safe so we can have this experience? No, no, no. It was like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We'll land. And since I
Mm-hmm.
know you've already been down, let's recycle.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Makes me feel like not human.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is another thing that I say that like you get on these apps and talk to these men and you are very clearly a means to an end. You're not even like a real human being to them. They don't care about you as a human. They
Right.
care about how they can get you in bed.
Right.
And yeah, that's how I felt with this guy. So I think I'm gonna stand firm on the no second chance.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy?
That is a little crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I think that I think I personally would not trust that person again.
Right.
I couldn't. And I would look at
Yeah.
him differently after this, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Let this not stop anyone from experimenting sexually. It's very fun
No.
out there.
I
Just
mean,
let's be more careful
all,
about
all the dicks in the mouth, all of
get
them.
all of them. All you got, and come to find out, we have multiple holes for a reason, guys.
Absolutely.
Let
But
us
if that
experiment.
but if that is what you want, if that is your
1000%.
intention, then just text me and say that that's what you want. Don't masquerade it with a date. Because like
Clear communication of your expectations, what you're looking for. And there are people that are so willing to have nothing but this kind of relationship with another human being. Some people don't want an emotional connection. Some people are wanting to. If he would have met me when I had that, when did I have that threesome? If he would have met me around that time, I probably would have been like, let's fucking do it. I'm fucking down. Right? Because I was in a different state of mind. Right now, I'm not in that state of mind. But you got to test the waters. You know what I mean? You got to be like, what's this person like? Like try to get to know me as a human first to see what I'd be down with. And if you're a person that just wants to have dicks in your mouth and no emotional connection, more power to you. Truthfully. How
just say
liberating.
it.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Yeah. What a
Grow some
journey.
fucking balls and say it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
What a week.
I'm
What a
sorry.
week.
I'm sorry that that happened to you, Julie.
It's all right. I thank you. I appreciate you. And I love you.
I love you too.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm also not opposed to more chicks. No, I'm just kidding. If guys want to touch each other in front of me, I'm also willing to watch that. I'm open to suggestions, but clear communication
Right.
about what is expected, and everybody involved is a human being that is
Right.
worthy of respect. So
And
let us not forget.
I hope we all have the freakiest sex ever. I hope that we do. I hope we come like it's the end of the world, you know?
Yeah, I want that for all of you.
But like, I don't know, just approach it the right way.
Yeah, just be fucking normal about it.
Ugh.
How
This
about
is
you
why
act 40 years old for once?
I was just gonna say, I wonder why you're still single.
It's rough. It is rough.
I wasn't talking about you, by the way.
No, 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 I know. Though there are the reasons that do exist for why I'm still single.
We all have reasons why we're still single.
Yeah, yeah. We're getting through it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, listen,
Exactly.
who needs a relationship?
Exactly.
Not I. Because guess what? I can go do whatever I want.
Yeah,
I
there's
can.
that.
I can do
There is that.
whatever I want. Okay. Wow. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's talk about that at the dinner table next week. Um
Uh,
I never want to hear anybody say that Julie doesn't pull her weight around here.
who the fuck is saying that? I'm just kidding.
This is really an episode that
Uh,
you should watch on YouTube because the facial expressions for the past hour and a half have been spectacular.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I do it for the plot, and the plot is you guys.
Yeah.
So sometimes an opportunity presents itself, and I do think that's gonna be a really good podcast episode. I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna put two dicks in my mouth. I'm just gonna do it. Whatever.
I'm gonna have fun trying to come up with a title for this episode.
Oh.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you would like to get off your chest or any other thoughts that you have?
Um, if men who are normal would like to go on a date, I am open to that.
Yeah.
I want to get out there and have a Remember when dating was fun?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
A good
Well,
time.
I don't know actually.
I actually don't think I've ever experienced fun, but they talk about it a lot.
They
Like it
do talk
could
about
be
it. A
fun.
lot of people talk about it. Yeah. A lot
So
of
many
people talk about
people.
it.
They love it. They have great stories,
Yeah.
amazing stories. Earlier today, I asked my friend, his worst date, horrible date. I was like, "You probably never been on a horrible date." He's like, "Yes, I have." One time I went on a date with this girl that was fighting her flu and she was sweating a lot. I said, "And then?" And then he
Just
was
stay
like,
home.
"That was it." I'm like, "Yeah, that's not horrible."
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, some people are living their best
He
lives,
was
and
sweating a lot.
yeah,
Okay.
men can take so
Ooh.
little. Men can take so. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But um, yeah, I would love for fun dates to happen. A good time. I don't have to marry the guy. I could have one fun first date and never see the human being again. But at least it was a fun experience, and I'm not left traumatized and questioning my every sexual experience. You know what I mean? Like I would love to just like have fun. Have you felt a butterfly in your stomach? Not for 1,000 years, have I? I miss a butterfly in the stomach.
Mm,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Sweaty palms, but like the gold kind.
Yeah. My
Like,
palms are always sweaty.
okay,
They are.
okay. Well,
And and my feet also get really sweaty. They do. Yeah, when I take my shoes off after a long day or just a
uh-huh.
normal day, honestly, my socks are moist. Yeah. They sweat a lot. They do. I'm not the only one who has this issue, I'm sure. Wait, what
But
did you just say?
I'm not saying you are the
Oh,
only one,
okay. Hmm.
but I am thankful that you've informed us of this information.
Yeah, my feet,
Thank you.
and I used to only sleep with socks. Like
Mm,
as a young person, I only slept with socks on.
okay.
And then one day,
Tell
out of
me.
the blue, it was as if a light switch had either turned off or turned on. I was like, I need to take these socks off. It's like I could not breathe. And
Yeah.
since then, there has not been a night in my life where I have worn socks to go to sleep. It was
Wow.
the weirdest thing. I'm not
Liberating.
somebody if somebody out there knows what this phenomenon is, let me
Yeah.
know
Wow.
because I went from I must have socks on to go to
Right.
sleep to I cannot bear to feel a sock touch the sole of my foot.
Wow.
while I sleep.
Wow. Wow. And if anyone says Adrian doesn't pull his weight around here,
Thank you.
you'd be a liar.
Yeah, I have sweaty feet. I'm here to
Yeah.
admit it. Yes, I have sweaty feet. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but they
Both
don't.
contributing wonderful stories to this podcast
Yeah,
today.
and they won't sweat while we're in
There's
bed
more. Yeah. No, sure.
if it's nice and cool and breathable in the room. But like if I'm
Okay.
under covers and have hella blankets on top of me, then they're probably gonna sweat. But anyways,
Wow. Lovely.
how about you come and
I
suck on those toes, people?
I for one am glad I'm tuning in today, and I am sure a ton of the audience is feeling the same way.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think this might be our most watched episode on YouTube.
This may be something.
Yeah.
Something. Or it's the reason they cancel us. We're too
Yeah.
wild. Yeah. Whatever. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. We wanna have fun. We gotta have fun. We want fun. It's a
Beautiful.
little jingle I made up for fun. Okay. Well, another week and no fan mail.
Okay, so you guys hate us now, right? Like, let's agree.
It
Maybe we've gained
looks
a
like people are listening and watching.
guys, talk to us.
People are shy, I think. They
Why
would
don't
say
you
something about my sweaty feet.
send a voice memo about your craziest sex story? Someone, please, for the love of God, have one crazier than mine. Please. There's got to be someone wilder out there.
You can write it in. We won't mention who you
We
are.
won't mention who you are. We will say no names. Just tell
No.
us the craziest thing you have done.
We also won't take you out to dinner and ask you to do the same thing
No, we will not do that.
like
We do.
some
We don't.
people.
Yeah, we won't. We respect all of our listeners,
Well, except
except for
those men.
produ- oh, I was gonna say producer and
Oh, producer Angie. Aw.
oh, producer
I just want to
Angie.
say, producer Angie, Julie told me not to bring up your name anymore, so that's why I haven't brought her up.
What said any such thing?
She didn't. I just want you guys to fight over me.
Oh my God, we will.
And you
L-
win.
Like
I
in the
know.
mud,
Yeah.
mud fight. Hell yeah.
Okay. We need to move on.
Okay, let's.
Because it's time for the pop culture pop up. First up on the pop culture pop up, the Academy Awards. The Academy Awards have a host,
They
and their
do.
name is Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien is hosting the next Academy Awards. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know which what year, what, well,
97th.
97. Wow.
97th. Yeah.
97, March 2nd, 2005.
New
Um,
goal. Adrian and I will attend the 100th.
well, hold on now.
We're doing it. New
Okay.
goal. Manifesting. Manifesting.
Okay, manifest it.
Yeah.
Conan O'Brien is hosting the Oscars. What do you think, Julie?
I don't hate it.
Okay.
I really enjoy Conan O'Brien. I think he is so funny. I really like his personality. I think out of all the late night hosts, he seems to me to be the most authentic. I really enjoy him. I do. I think he's great.
When I saw this come up on my phone earlier today, there was a sense of relief and a sense of excitement and a sense
Yeah.
of like, good for him because
Yeah.
they've fucked him over one too many times.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a surprise, mostly because he's not the
Agreed.
host of any of the broadcast shows or I think he also stopped hosting his late night show.
He did.
He does
He's
like
only
I
doing his podcast now.
yeah, he does his podcast. And I agree. I think Conan O'Brien is one of the smartest, funniest people out there. And I think it's very exciting. I think it's refreshing. I am happy for him.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he's been offered it in the past,
agreed.
but has said no. Um, and if, oddly enough, I think that this is maybe the right time. And I
Agreed.
can't help but feel like he's going to do a really good job. And yeah, I'm really excited for Conan.
I'm excited for him too. I honestly think it's gonna be great. I think he has a perfect amount of banter in him without it getting awkward.
Yeah.
You
And he
know,
also doesn't take himself too seriously either.
agreed. Agreed. And he's one of the some of the late night show hosts, I can't even watch their, when like Colin or Jake or someone is on there. I can't even really watch their interviews because I don't think they're great interviewers.
Well,
But I
Jimmy
think
Fallon.
let's get into it. But Conan, I think what works for him is he really enjoys talking to people, which is why his podcast works. So I think he has enough material for all the good interviews that he's done to like set the tone properly at the
Yeah.
beginning of the Oscars.
Yeah. I think it's great. I think it's
I
really great.
agree.
Do you, you're much more in tune with the movies. What are we
Tell me.
hearing? Do we know anything about who might we see?
Challengers is being thrown around.
Okay.
The people continue to try to push Amelia Perez on us. I haven't seen it yet, the Selena Gomez movie. I haven't seen it yet. The streets are saying horrible. The streets are saying great. I don't know who to listen to. Um, I think we'll get some surprises. Maybe some Honora will be there. I think Honora is one of the indie movies that made a lot of noise this year. I think that I am disappointed every year that the Oscars don't take horror seriously because I feel like this would be the year to take them seriously. I think Longlegs would deserve Nicolas Cage would deserve a nomination for that. I think he was phenomenal in it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of whispers about movies that are about to come out. So I don't know if the
Wicked.
Wicked. I don't know if the Pamela Anderson movie is going to come out in time, but if it does, I think it deserves a nomination. I've already seen it and she's phenomenal in it.
Incredible.
Yeah,
March 2nd. I can't wait.
March 2nd.
I can't wait. Ugh. Award season is upon us.
It's here.
It's here. Okay. Next up on the pop culture pop up, Julie.
Tell me.
People magazine
Mm,
have announced their sexiest man alive. And we were thinking it would
yeah,
be Paul Mescal,
yeah,
Colin Farrell,
yeah.
blah 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 blah. To everyone's surprise,
Every single human being on earth.
it was John Krasinski
Right.
of The Office and The
Yeah.
Quiet Place.
Mm,
I watched your TikTok that you made about it, and I would
yeah.
like you to tell the people who are watching and listening what you said in your TikTok because
Oh.
the Dumois thing that you brought up.
Oh, okay. 'Cause sometimes I say things on TikTok and I immediately forget them. So, but
Okay.
let's attempt. There was a Dumois blind that said that this celebrity, I don't know if they called him a like A-list, but a celebrity had paid for the sexiest man alive. Sorry, because he was afraid that he was losing notoriety. Um, And to that I say it would make sense because this did come out of nowhere. He's not promoting anything. It's not like he's not working on anything. So I mean, I don't know if he's working on anything, but he has nothing to promote currently. So I don't know where this name came from. I'm confused by it. And I fear that People Magazine and the people that work there have no idea what the word sexy means.
Yeah.
Because handsome, sure. Cute, I'll take it. Adorable, 100%. I'll even accept a hot. Sexy?
Mm.
There's charisma. There's an energy. You're gonna look me in the face with a straight face and tell me John Krasinski is sexy? Okay. I won't be made a fool and I won't be gaslit. I don't understand. And the crazy thing is like within the issue, they have like Manny Jacinto. They also have Benny Blanco, which is another conversation.
Benny Blanco can be handsome. He can be sexy to people. Some people like their men ugly.
Okay, but that doesn't make them sexy.
Yeah, to them.
You think an ugly man can be sexy? To be
Well,
fair, I'm not calling Benny Blanco ugly, but I'm just saying if you're saying some like I'm ugly, you're saying that an ugly man can be sexy. No, 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 no. Sexiness, what you need first and foremost is aesthetically pleasing. Point blank, period. There was no argument about that.
you don't think Benny
Levels,
Blanco is aesthetically pleasing? I'm just
I
curious.
think
I
that
don't.
we need to speak with honesty about people and admit, oh, look, can someone look at me and call out 500 things that they don't like about me and my body and my face and my everything? Yes. Yes. So Betty Blanco will be fine when I say that. No, he's not aesthetically pleasing. And I think we all know that. And that's okay. Not all of us have to be aesthetically pleasing to the general public. Let us be clear. You can be aesthetically pleasing to your loved ones, to the woman that falls in love with you. I have fallen in love with a man that wasn't aesthetically pleasing to the general public. And he wasn't even my type. And then I got to know him and I was obsessed with him. Um, so I don't, it's not, you know what I mean? Ugly people can find love too.
I think Benny Blanco's handsome, by the way.
I'm not gonna have conversations with you if you're gonna lie to my face.
I don't. I'm not lying. I'm looking at his Instagram. I don't think. I think he's. I think he's handsome. Yeah. I mean, I don't think
So do
he's.
you guys see how he is?
Oh,
Do you guys see
what?
how he is? Because I honestly, what I'm not gonna do is get gaslit on my show. Okay. What I'm not gonna do is allow my co-host to treat me like this and lie to my face.
I don't think that he's like. Yeah, I don't think he's like conventionally hot, but I don't think he's ugly by any means. I don't know what you. I showed up today just trying
By
to be
any
honest.
means, if ever we needed a fan mail, if we need it now, if we need it right now, Jaime, get on that mic and what? Okay. I won't be taken for a fool.
Okay.
I will not be made fun of on when I'm on the mic. I can't even understand what you're saying right now.
Okay.
Next thing you're gonna do is tell me that John Krasinski deserved sexiest man alive.
I don't think he does.
Okay, okay. Wait a minute. If we're okay, if they would have said Benny Blanco is the sexiest man alive cover shoot.
Well, that would be weird.
Okay, well at least there's that.
Yeah, I don't think he should be the sexiest man alive either. I'm just saying I don't think Benny Blanco is ugly. And I think that I can find him sexy. I can find him handsome. Yes.
I feel
I
like I just had a stroke. Oh my God. I'm just kidding. Look, whatever. I mean, he's not, but whatever.
okay.
I mean, we all have our tastes.
I like men of all varieties and all flavors.
Hello, so do I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think little weird looking guys are hot all the time. And I don't need a conventionally attractive. I'm telling you, I have literally fallen in love with a man.
I believe it.
Aesthetically, not my type whatsoever. I would have never even thought it. Then obsessed.
I believe it.
So I get it. But like, you don't even know Benny Blanco and yours. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Whatever. I mean, John Krasinski though, you
Yeah,
know,
it's a weird choice. It's just very random, and I 100% believe that John Krasinski paid to be named the sexiest man alive. I really do, and
yeah.
honestly, it makes me look at him and Emily Blunt a little bit differently. To be honest with
Interesting.
you, because how desperate are you?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Hmm.
Like I could have seen if he was named sexiest person alive or man alive in 2020 when he was doing, we were all in the pandemic and he was doing his little feel good show. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
celebrate him because he's doing his good thing. But like
Hmm.
we're very removed from that situation, and and also he already had his like coming out hot era, where he got like all buff. Like we've already
For that
been
show.
through that. And he's
He
wearing
didn't.
if you're gonna be the sexiest man alive, why are you wearing clothes on the cover shoot?
Okay,
Take off your shirt.
say your truth, because I have been thinking about this because someone posted a series of like the last 10 sexiest men alive or something. None of the photo shoots give sexy.
None of them.
Zero of that. That's what
I
I'm
saw
saying.
that.
People Magazine needs to outsource this voting.
Well, no, here's the thing. They're giving it to the highest bidder.
I agree. I agree.
And I think that People Magazine should be put down. They should.
A
They really
little,
should.
a little aggressive.
We don't need them anymore.
And
If
I
you're going
think
to
if
lie
you
to us, if you're going to gaslight us and lie to us like this, how are we to take you seriously?
we should do our own sexiest man alive every year.
That would be cute.
Do you think we could get them to come and take pictures here? No, I'm just kidding. No, but you know what? If you are going to give it to the highest bidder, the least you could do is give us a sexy photo shoot.
I want to see him in his underwear.
Have you ever opened a Men's Health?
And don't give me black underwear where I can't see the bulge.
I need.
Give me white underwear.
Let me tell you something about bulges. Have you seen Cross? No, you haven't. Let me tell you about it. Aldous Hodge.
Well, I know who Aldous Hodge is.
I need you to watch the first episode of Cross because
Okay. Uh-huh.
one arms,
Love arms.
two bulge.
Okay. I
Yeah,
love but two of my favorite things.
two of my favorite things. I love it.
Love it.
Yeah,
Okay.
but People Magazine, I don't know, outsource what's going on, maybe consult us. We will offer our services for a fee, for a high fee, because there's a lot to work through. But we are willing to help you guys out because what the fuck are you doing over there?
Madness.
If we don't know what sexy means
Madness.
anymore, then what are we doing?
We don't know what sexy means
No,
anymore.
we don't. You know what I miss? Erotic thrillers. And I feel like this all connects.
Yeah.
Remember horniness?
Yeah.
Remember
Yeah.
sex scenes that you were like, oh, they're for sure fucking. We don't get that anymore.
People are not having sex because it's not being shoved down our throats anymore.
I agree. I agree. Well, I'm still having sex. I want to go on record.
Okay.
But the general public is, yeah, I agree. I agree. And life is tough.
Yeah. Make us
And
horny again. Give us horny.
make America horny again.
Yeah. That's what we need.
That's what we need. Yeah, for sure.
That's exactly what we need. Okay, anything else you need to say to John?
No, I'm done with
Okay.
John.
And here's the thing, John, it backfired on you because it didn't give what it was supposed to give.
It
Instead,
didn't.
it's giving, huh?
Yeah.
So next time you spend that pretty penny that you could have spent on your kids, by the way, um, think about it.
I do think that people would give the announcement of who it is, even when it's disappointing, a little bit more grace if we had the sexy photo shoot.
Yeah,
We'd be like, oh, all right, I'll take it.
yeah.
I
At least he looks
understand.
sexy,
I
and he
understand.
looks like he's
Maybe
posing for a Sears catalog.
a Sears catalog is a perfect description of what that picture was.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I don't want to buy that sweater.
I'm not buying the sweater.
No, no.
Okay. Next up on the pop culture pop up, um, Keke Palmer. Keep
Mm,
Keke Palmer. Now, Julie, you brought this up, but I think I know why, and I'm
tell
gonna
me.
try my best and correct me if I'm wrong. Keke Palmer revealed something that happened on the Scream Queens set. And it was racist, but I can't remember what the actual thing was. And then an actress on Scream Queens also came and said that Keke Palmer defended her against other bullies on set.
Yeah.
Do you have more of a detailed story, Julie?
So Kiki is releasing a memoir. So in it, she writes some stuff about Scream Queens, and she says that she had a racist interaction with one of her co-stars where the actress said something to the effect like, okay, you don't have to be that intense about, I'm paraphrasing here. You don't have to be that intense about it. It's not like you're Martin Luther King Jr. or something. Something to that effect. Um, that came out, and then yeah, I think the next day, one of the actresses, Skylar, released a statement, kind of saying that she was proud of Kiki for speaking up about some difficult things that they went through on the set, and that when she was getting bullied by some actresses, um, that Kiki was the only one to stand up for her and defend her. So, not surprised by that
Right.
information. Yeah.
Um, so I pulled up the Scream Queens cast here.
Okay. Is it weird that it could be multiple people?
Okay, I was just gonna say, let's go down the list of who it could be.
Yeah.
At the top of the list, Emma Roberts. She's giving racist.
She's giving it could be her.
Leah Michelle,
I
also
mean,
giving racist. We know what she's said on
friends.
the set of Glee.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis, old and racist.
And racist.
Um, Christy Alley, Scientologist.
Yeah.
She's dead. Um, those were my top choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, who do you think it really is?
I think it could be Emma Roberts.
Emma Roberts is at the top of my list as well.
Yeah. I think Leah probably toned it down after the revelations about her.
And it wasn't, and I want to say because it wasn't Leah's show, she wasn't the star of the show.
Yeah.
Maybe she
She
didn't.
wouldn't have had
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, Emma Roberts. That was easy.
We figured it out.
We figured it out, everyone.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does Keke Palmer follow Emma Roberts on Instagram?
I don't know if she does actually.
Well, here at Yumi and Chisme, we are nothing if we are not investigative journalists. Um, so let's see. Oh, she does follow Emma Roberts.
Mm.
Does she
But I don't think
follow?
she follows Leah. I don't think she
Does
follows Leah.
she? I don't see a Leah Michelle on here. Is it Leah?
Yeah.
It could be Leah. Hmm. Did you ever watch Scream Queens?
No.
Me neither.
No.
Me neither. Do you think Leah Michelle can read now?
No.
No. Me
Show me
neither.
proof and I'll believe it.
Yeah. I don't think she can.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was easy. By
That
the
was
way,
easy.
I'm very excited to read Keke Palmer's book. What I'm even more
Same.
excited about is if I can listen to it.
Mm.
Because I listen to
That'll
books.
be fun.
I listen to
Mm. I love that.
thank you. And you know how I feel about Keke Palmer.
Uh, America, sweetheart.
Love, 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 love,
Yeah.
love Keke Palmer. A national treasure.
National treasure.
Now, does the Kiki and SZA movie look not the best? Maybe, but I'm gonna go watch it regardless.
I mean,
I hope
take
to
my
be
money.
surprised. I
Yeah.
hope to be surprised. Okay, Kiki, come on the pod.
Come on the pod.
Did you see that SZA? I don't know if this was known, but SZA was talking about how she got a BBL.
No.
Yeah, she
All
said
right.
that. Yeah, she said that she wished she hadn't, but that she's happy with the way her body looks, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah, yeah. Also refreshing to hear somebody talk about how they got a BBL.
And how they didn't, they wish they hadn't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay, well, that's going to do for the pop culture pop up. We'll be back next time with more pop culture chisme. Julie, do you have a Latinx spotlight for us?
I do. And I need you to stay with me for this one.
Okay.
My Latinx spotlight this week is Katy Perry. Hear me out.
Okay.
Katy Perry is currently doing a press tour in Mexico. I don't really know what it's for, what she's doing there, what's going on, but I do know that she's brought me so much joy. And you may be thinking, but you don't like Katy Perry. Wait for it. So she recently appeared in a Mexican TV show called Venga la Alegría. It's in Mexico. It's like a talk show. Like think of like
The fourth
Good
hour of the
Morning
Today
America.
Show.
Oh yeah, something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Chaos.
Hmm.
Chaos. Think chaos. Think they brought out Katy Perry. They did some sort of medley dance performance of her songs. Um, Katy Perry, confused. They may have drugged and dragged her there because she doesn't know where she is. She doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know why she's there. At some point, the interviewer, we're going towards the end, and the interviewer says something like, "Okay, we're gonna go on commercials, and then we're gonna come back, and then we're gonna do this, and then that." And then Katy Perry, literally, this is her. She's like, because they're translating in her ear, and she's like, "More, more," and it's perfect. It's perfect. And I have laughed so much at all of the clips of
Hmm.
from that show. They had her get on a microbus, which is like the small buses that
Uh-huh.
take you in the city that pick you up public transportation. I had people singing at her.
Uh-huh.
She's very confused. Why am I here? What is happening? Why is this happening? But the face, I'm gonna send you the video because it's
Okay,
perfect.
please, I do want to
When
watch.
she's looking around and she's and then you can tell like the translation just got to her and she's like, more, more? And then they're like, yeah. And then she's like, okay. Like, but she can't hide. She can't
Uh-huh.
hide it. It's
Uh-huh.
not being hidden. Perfection.
Uh-huh.
So my Latinx spotlight is Katy Perry, but my Latinx spotlight even more is Mexico. Mexico,
Beautiful.
who refuses to take itself seriously, who will have one of the biggest superstars in the world and say, you know what? We're gonna make you uncomfortable and you're gonna
Yeah.
like it. And you're
Yeah.
gonna love it. And for that I say, I love Mexico and I love Mexicans. Um, so yeah, that's my Latinx spotlight. Honestly, I've watched that clip so many times that it cracks me up every single time. So good.
Excellent. 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 Okay, time for some azúcar. I will go first. I
Okay.
just want to say
Mm.
this is both um this is both a warning and a threat.
Oh no.
There is, oh my God, not me. Sorry. I just
Okay.
started playing music on my phone. Um there is we're in a moment in time
Mm.
where a girl group just released a new album.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do not get behind them
Okay.
and support them,
Yeah.
civilization is dead as we know it. We
Okay.
desperately need
I
a
agree.
girl group that are superstars.
Yeah.
None of this little mix shit where they're only famous in Europe. Okay.
Okay. But that's
We
on us.
well, that's who I'm talking to.
Yeah. Yeah.
We need to show up. We need to
Mm.
support. We call your local radio station,
Okay.
play it on Insta or on Spotify, on Apple
Mm.
Music, use it as your sounds on TikTok.
Okay.
Because let me tell you something about Flow.
I knew it was gonna be
Flow
them.
has put out a 10 out of 10 album. It
Wow.
is perfection,
Okay.
beginning to end. Trigger warning, Julie.
Okay. Okay.
Trigger warning. Cynthia Erivo does the introduction. Okay. Once you get past that, Julie,
Okay.
you'll be
Okay.
okay.
I can do it.
Um, it's spectacular.
Mm.
It is an A plus. It's a 10 out of 10,
Mm.
4 stars, 5 stars, whatever you grade you want to use. Um, I think it's perfect. I think it's great. And I think that we need a girl group in the mix when we're talking about the big pop stars. It's
Right.
time. It's
Yeah.
time for us to get a girl group that can sing.
Mm,
Sing. They can
there it is.
sing. And I'm just very excited. I thought it was the perfect album.
Oh, perfect album. I love it. I will have to check it out. I have listened to some of their older music and yeah, they're great.
Incredible.
So good. All right. Thank you, Adrian. My azúcar this week is The Penguin is over, and it was perfect.
Okay.
Beginning to end. Talk about a perfect season of television. Every single episode was perfection. Matt Reeves and the creator and the writers and the actors and actresses said, we will utilize every single second we get of airtime. And they utilized it to perfection. They told a perfect villainous story, zero redemption, just horrible human being. And I fucking ate it up. I ate it. That's my man.
Mm-hmm.
That is my man through and through. I love him with all my heart. Oz, you have my heart. Phenomenal season of television. There are whispers already of a season two. That makes me very excited, though it's going to be years. I mean, hold on to your chonies because we get Batman in 2026, I think, and then probably we'll start beginning to think about a second season of Penguin. But I'll wait. I'll wait for as long as it takes. I think Colin has done his career best, which is crazy because I thought he had done that with Banshees of Inisherin, and I think he 1,000,000% outdid himself in his performance of Oz. I think Kristen, the things that she did on that screen and the way that she broke hearts is should be celebrated. Emmy campaign starts now. I know the show is over, but me talking about the show is not. So buckle up, prepare yourselves. I have plenty to discuss when it comes to the Penguin. I will be reminding everybody about the show for the foreseeable future until I see some Emmy nominations that I feel good about. If they do not get nominated, we will riot, we will picket, we will take to the streets because I think it's deserved all around. I think the show deserves it. I think it's gonna be tough because if it was gonna be one season, they could have sold it as a mini series. Better odds. It might be a drama, a little harder with the category. It's fine. We're gonna move past that and we're gonna work through it together. Um, but yeah, Colin Farrell, Kristen, I mean, the little boy that played Oz when he was younger, every single person was phenomenal in the show. And I know that my bias is showing. I get it, but a solid season of television. It left me in awe of what could be done in television when helping to tell an authentic evil fucking story. They pulled no punches. They were like, we're going to tell this story about this horrible human being, no redemption, no heart. Even when you think, oh, there's his heart. No, no, no. Just horrible. Just
Mhm.
horrible. And I loved it.
Like a lot of you out there.
Like a lot of you out there. Yeah.
Yeah. Incredible. Thank you,
Yeah.
Julie.
Thank you
To the penguin.
to the penguin.
May he live forever. Or maybe not. Maybe we don't want him to live forever. We don't know. You should watch the show.
Watch the show.
Okay. Well, that's going to do it for us. Thank you,
We did
everyone.
it.
A programming note: we will not have a new episode the week of Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
So, no new episode next week, but we will be back the week after Thanksgiving. Um, Enjoy the time with whoever you want to spend it with, and make sure that when you talk about what you're thankful for, make sure that you mention Julie and I. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, thank you for listening. Thank you for making it this far. Make sure that you follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter at You, Me, and Chisme. Make sure you visit youmeandchisme.com. Make sure you send in fan mail. We'll take it written. We'll take it as a voice note, however you want to send it to us. Make sure that you like, review, subscribe, share this podcast with somebody while you're celebrating with your families. Make sure that you hit play on Yumi and Chisme and you force everyone to listen, and then you send them a link to the episode and make sure that they subscribe. Um, and that's what we would be thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, make sure you do all of that, because if you do, we'll be back with more Chisme. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Chisme in your life. Bye.
Bye.